In our world, we hire people to do things we can't or don't want to do by ourselves, and in the Star Wars galaxy, they do the same. You hire a bounty hunter if you need something done, but don't want to get your hands dirty. Many of you might think that bounty hunters are just ruthless murderers who kill for a fat stack of credits, but being assassins is just the tip of the iceberg. Depending on their skill level, bounty hunters could do anything there was: kill, kidnap, blackmail, protect, intimidate, capture, investigate, even be hired to serve as a cloning template, and the list goes on. You have money, they get the job done. As simple as that. In today's video, we'll dive into a random hunter's life and see what it was like to be a bounty hunter in the galaxy far, far away. Let's begin. Today's hero is Mike Oxmole, a young and promising bounty hunter. He lives during the reign of the Galactic Empire, where he has to compete or, if lucky enough, work together with the iconic hunters like Boba Fett, Bossk, Dengar, and many others. Through the centuries, the best bounty hunters have worked closely with the Empire, and Mike Oxmole is not an exception. The Empire is a great employer, as it always has someone to capture or kill, offering a fair reward. While not on a mission, Mike spends most of his time on the planet of Navarro, a volcanic planet, the capital of which was the home base of the Bounty Hunters Guild. This organization served as an agency where a customer placed an order describing what needed to be done, and the guild found an executor for his task. Once the job was done, the hunter received his payment and took the next assignment. The main point of the guild was to ensure the legality of things during the bounty hunting process, which ironically was illegal for the most part. Here's what I can't understand. How was it ensuring legality? Imagine there is an ongoing conflict. Okay, no need to imagine, let's take the Clone Wars. Bounty hunters were hired by each side, the Republic and the Separatists, to aid their efforts. Let's say they hire hunters using the guild, which, according to its purpose, must ensure that everything is legal. But we see Jango Fett trying to murder Padme, Cad Bane killing Jedi, kidnapping kids, and there is way more to it. Not to mention that our beloved hunters worked with the Separatists and were considered criminals in the Republic. So what's the point of the guild if a hunter's actions are still illegal? My theory is that the guild worked under the ruling government, the Republic, the Empire, and so on. Hunters who were willing to work under the government joined the guild and worked according to the law, or they could even break it up to a certain point. Others became self-employed and worked for the one that offered the most. This is how I can explain Jango, Cad Bane, young Boba, and many others working for the Separatists or Hutts. According to Wikipedia, Bossk was a member of the Bounty Hunters Guild during the Clone Wars. So, if everything is legal, why is he in the Republic prison? In my opinion, this idea of the guild being all that noble and righteous feels like BS. The vast majority of bounty hunters were always deemed as illegal scum.
Bounty hunters? We don't need that scum.
Yes, sir.
Those rebels won't escape us.
As we saw in movies and animated shows, and when someone needed a bounty hunter, no one really contacted the guild. One just called a hunter and placed an order. Like Palpatine and Dooku hired Cad Bane during the Clone Wars, and the Empire hired Boba Fett, Bossk, and Dengar during the Galactic Civil War. After a job well done, bounty hunters received payment, or bounty. Bounties were sometimes categorized into local bounties, system bounties, sector bounties, and regional bounties. So the larger the area, the higher the reward. The size of a bounty was also dependent on how much risk and danger the assignment involved, how skilled and famous the bounty hunter was, and how much preparation needed to be done. From the canon book Star Wars Everything You Need to Know, we can learn that Jabba the Hutt placed a bounty on Han Solo's head of 224,190 credits. Luke Skywalker once had a bounty of 60,000 credits against him from the Galactic Empire for the destruction of the Death Star. And probably the biggest bounty was put on Princess Leia after the Battle of Yavin, when remnants of the Galactic Empire placed a bounty of 10 million credits on her head. I hope you enjoyed this episode of What If You Would Become Someone for One Day. I'd like to make the same story, but during the Old Republic era, when there was no guild and the whole bounty hunter process was more competitive. There was a whole tournament called The Great Hunt, where the best of the best competed with each other for glory. Anyways, that's a story for a different time. Thank you for watching, thumbs up the video if you would like to be a bounty hunter, and write in the comments whose life you would want to try next.